en Dios o no?
So you believe that if someone has done modifications to their body, they are not going to heaven?
Pues pudiera.
Your body is supposed to be a temple, but some people take it too literally. Anastasia was not like this before with the big cheeks, pink hair. Neither Ken doll Mario. Oli London's obsession with K-pop began later in life, and the most famous Anthony, who turned himself into an alien, was a normal French guy before. You will be stunned to see how they used to look. They looked, well, let's say, pretty normal. Here are some of the worst face transformations in the world. Anastasia Pokreshchuk. Can you imagine what it feels like to have the world's biggest cheeks? Well, Anastasia Pokreshchuk does not need to think. She's a model known for having the world's biggest cheeks. The Ukrainian Anastasia Pokreshchuk claims to have the biggest cheeks in the world, thanks to many filler injections that gave her major cheek protrusions. With her dramatic makeup, hot pink hair, and carefully sculpted cheekbones and chin. Over the years, her lips have also gotten bigger, and last year she underwent liposuction. Pink-haired Anastasia started having cosmetic and surgical procedures done at the age of 26, and she would inject herself on her face and body. Given that Anastasia has already spent thousands of pounds on fillers alone, her chosen appearance has not come cheap. Even after a doctor advised her to stop injecting herself, the 33-year-old model decided to go for an even fuller look since she did not want anybody else to take the crown.
My aim is like when I wake up, I go into the mirror, yes, and I want to see the picture I like. I never count how many procedures I have in my face. I never count because it's a lot. You can see that this is lots of, yes. It's lips. It's cheeks, it's my Botox here. Some time ago I have fillers here. And I make I made myself.
Mauricio GDI. Mauricio GDI is a man from Brazil who aims to look like a Ken doll. Growing up, Mauricio liked to play with dolls, but with time, his eagerness to play with dolls vanished, but his fascination with their flawless features stayed. At age 17, Mauricio enrolled in acting classes and was upset that no one considered him beautiful. He underwent surgery to address that. Mauricio had 9 implants done, including liposuction, 4 nose operations, an arm and breast implant, and fillers injected into his face. He left Brazil to visit Dr. Nassif and Dubrow in the US, who informed him that having his ribs removed would put him at risk. However, ignorance is bliss for some, so he ignored the doctor's advice and found another surgeon who performed the surgery. Oye Lee.
I don't know, it just makes me happy. It's like a facade. Deep down, I feel sad about myself, like I'm always trying to change myself, and I never feel good enough. You know, when I look in the mirror, I never feel beautiful, I never feel good, and I get so much hate online as well, and it just kind of adds to that feeling. So it just makes me feel better about myself.
The controversial operation performed on Oye London is another example. His desire to change his appearance from white to Asian has been a growing obsession, and he had 32 procedures, including forehead lifts, eye surgery, and 6 nose jobs. He hoped to look like K-pop sensation Jimin, but in the middle of 2022, Oye came out as a gender-fluid trans woman and announced to have more surgery to look like Rose from Blackpink. He went into surgery, but the impact did not last long. Stalking cat Daniel Avner, cat lovers beware. This might make you a little uncomfortable. Michigan native Daniel Avner was a computer scientist and Navy veteran, but he also had a fascination with body modification. His story starts when, at the age of 23, a shaman instructed him to undergo a feline transformation. He adopted this old tradition because he was proud to be a Native American. He chose to adopt the name Stalking Cat. This led him to go through intense tattooing across his face and body. After this, he underwent 14 surgeries under the shadow of body modification specialists. His nails were important for his image, so he spent months growing and shaping them to look like claws. His career was still going well. He was still employed as a computer scientist, had TV show appearances, set a Guinness World Record. There has been news that Avner died, and the cause of death was suicide. Spectators believe he killed himself due to his appearance. Jessica Alves.
It feels amazing to know that my transition process is just, it is an amazing feeling to look in the mirror and see that I have a vagina. And also the feel that I know that I have a vagina. My psychological state, my mind is more calm.
Formerly named as Rodrigo Alves, Jessica Alves has undergone several cosmetic surgeries to alter her appearance. She has been dubbed a human Ken doll. Alves has done it all from several nose jobs to cat eye lift surgery, born Rodrigo Alves, and assigned male at birth in Brazil. Jessica later confessed that she always knew she was a girl. Her fascination with Barbie started in her early years when her grandfather bought her the dolls. This trans woman has gone through plenty of surgeries in 2 years. Back then, she was known as Rodrigo Alves, a Brazilian star based in London who gained popularity from shows based on plastic surgery. As Rodriguez back then, she was obsessed with looking like Ken and has spent 650,000 euros on body transformation, including removing 4 ribs and obtaining AB implants to give a six-pack illusion. The Barbie infatuation began when she dressed as a woman for the first time for a shoot. Okay, then get ready. We saved the most crazy transformation for the last. Anthony Loffredo, just how far are you willing to go to achieve a look? Anthony Loffredo is a guy from France who wanted to look like an alien. At the age of 24, he came to the realization that he was not living the life he had always wanted. He sliced his tongue, tattooed it green, and tattooed his eyeballs black. Since the operation was banned in his country, the majority of his transformation took place in Barcelona. He started with ear spools and face tattoos and then decided to have his body parts surgically removed. Anthony decided to cut off his nostrils, remove his ears, sharpen his teeth, dye his skin purple, split his tongue, and amputate some fingers. He had dermal implants to give a look of alien-like ridges on his head. His next goal is to cut off his legs. In this world, where achieving perfect looks is a priority, people are taking facial transformations to an extreme level where they can hardly recognize themselves. These transformations have blown our minds. Do you feel the same way? Let us know in the comments below.